Dynamic Brothers.
Hey guys, welcome back to Super Dynamic Bros. I'm Isaiah Model.
Michael Sarabana.
And today we're going to be talking about the news, whatever happened between this week, today, last week, yesterday, whatever we can remember.
Yeah, we got a lot of good news stories in the world of superheroes. Maybe some James Bond directing news we got. A little bit of a new Tarantino movie coming out we're going to talk about. And hey guys, do we know if Deadpool 2 is good or not? Well, according to some guys' test screening, we don't know.
We'll see.
We shall see and talk about it.
So, starting off with our first news, the director of Wrinkle of Time,
Ava DuVernay,
that's why I have you here, is directing, or possibly directing, DC's New Gods.
Now, this is big. Number one, another female director for DC. That means Marvel be slacking on that diversity right there.
Hard.
And New Gods is, this is pretty much like all the dark side and Apocalypse, all the gods, that kind of form the DC universe, all kind of facing together. This was like Jack Kirby's like creation when he first, because originally he started off in Marvel, and then due to some circumstances with Stan Lee, he came to DC and created the New Gods, and now we might potentially be getting a feature film about that.
Yeah, but what direction are they heading to? Like, what is the big master plan? Or
Look,
they're just doing.
DC. They don't have a big master plan.
So they're just tossing out movies on top of movies on top.
They have a dartboard and they're just throwing at it with ideas and whatever sticks.
That's what I feel like they're doing right now. They're just kind of reaching paper out of a hat.
They're just grasping at straws.
New Gods. That's what we're doing.
Oh, here. What do the kids these days not know about? Oh, New Gods. Oh, look. Do kids love Shazam? No, not really, but we're making a movie out of it. I mean, it does look sweet, though.
I'm going to lie, the costume does look good.
I think we talked about it last time, how much we love the costume.
Yeah, I just hope the costume makes up a lot of the movie. Like, if the costume looks good, then the movie's going to be good.
Yeah, the one thing I do, because you know what? I do like the idea of a New Gods movie. Because it could be potentially kind of like the Lord of the Rings meets DC. But what I fear is that, alright, we saw Justice League.
Correct.
The main bad guy, Steppenwolf, is pretty much a huge part of the New Gods.
But
how shitty he looked.
But will it be a continuation of that? So they could start off with his defeat?
Oh, it's like, that's a good question. Is this a prequel or is this a sequel?
I hope it's kind of like a sequel, because then it could start off with him coming back, getting eaten by parademons.
That's why you have me here.
That's why I only saw it once.
I saw it 3 times.
Oh, Jesus.
I kept hating myself.
Oh, I'm waiting for the Snyder Cut.
Yeah, good luck waiting on that.
That's why I'm still waiting.
But yeah, I don't know whether this is gonna take place afterwards or before, because I think in the comic books it was like many hundreds years ago, the New Gods came.
And also, like where that big battle was with the lanterns.
Yeah, like in that that flashback, that was the best part of the movie.
They should have just stuck with that.
They should have said that storyline. Oh, that's New Gods. And they did say didn't they say New Gods?
I can remember it in the trailers. Unless he was just talking about gods. Where is your gods? Your lanterns, your kryptons.
Okay, yeah, but like most of the things that were in those stupid trailers, it didn't end up in the movie.
Yeah, but I feel like everybody just remembers that trailer more than they remember the movie.
I do remember the trailers more than the movie.
Exactly, because I remember all the parts I didn't get to see.
All the parts I wanted to see, aka everything with Superman. And when he didn't, actually no, he wasn't even in any trailers.
He was in the Alfred part.
No.
The holographic part.
Yeah, both of those scenes not in the movie.
Shame.
Good job, DC. But no, you know what? If this is potentially good news, I'm all for it.
But will it work?
That's an excellent question. It's honestly on however Ava DuVernay portrays the characters. Apparently, she's a huge New Gods fan. Like, she's a DC fan.
I feel like every director who's about to direct a big superhero movie is a fan of something.
No, but like I remember like an interview she had maybe like a year ago when they asked her like, ooh, who's your like favorite like comic book anything? And she named like the what's the one that they call Granny Goodness.
Yeah.
It's either Granny Goodness or somebody else. But she name dropped somebody that's from the Good Gods comic book series. So that's pretty deep cuts. She could have said like, "Ooh, my favorite is Spider-Man," like everybody else.
My favorite is Spider-Man.
Yeah. So you're just like everybody else.
Yeah.
Look, he's my number 2.
Who's your number 1?
Well, the Batman, of course.
Obviously, yeah. I was thinking Marvel side only, but...
Oh, Marvel side, then yeah, it's Spider-Man.
Well, there you go then. I'm dang it's everybody else then.
But I am just like everybody else. I'm sorry.
I am too.
Deep cuts. What do you expect me to say? My favorite is Spider-Woman.
Spider-Gwen. Spider-Man 2099.
I do like Spider-Man 2099.
They should have just done
Yeah.
it. Actually, speaking of which, our next segment, that's what Sony should have done.
So apparently, Sony is going to be continuing their own Spider-Man universe without Spider-Man. With Spike Lee is reportedly going to be directing a Night Watch movie, which apparently is a Spider-Man character that I have never heard of.
He's basically a ripoff of Spawn. He has the magic cape, the phase. He's black.
Is he from Hell?
Yeah, basically. Almost.
Is he a Spawn of Hell?
Almost. They kind of, not really, but he looks just like Spawn. He does everything like Spawn.
Does he have chains and everything? That's Spawn, right? Spawn has chains?
Spawn has a cape.
Well, look, I saw the Michael Joel White movie. Pretty sure he had a cape. Didn't he have chains that came out of him?
Somewhat. The movie was not that good. I'm sorry, I don't
Look,
remember.
man, I enjoyed it as a kid and never saw it since.
I remember John Leguizamo, and that was about it.
Oh, he plays the clown that I don't remember the name of.
Exactly.
Oh, hey, you know what, kids? Spawn is a forgotten movie that should be back.
No, the cartoon on HBO was better than that.
I do remember the cartoon. That was sick. I was too young to be watching that.
That was true Spawn compared to the movie.
Yeah. There is a new Spawn movie coming out.
Supposedly.
Yeah. Anyway, we're not even supposed to be talking about Spawn. Night Watch.
We're talking about the one character that no one really knew was in the Spider-Man. Like, there could have been so many other characters you could have done. But I feel like, okay, Black Panther made $1 billion. What black characters do we have?
Blade.
Sony owns Blade?
No, but we could do Blade.
Yeah, but what does Sony could do?
Oh, what can Sony do? Oh, they can only do Spider-Man characters.
Yeah, exactly. So what other Spider-Man characters can they do? That's...
I mean, they got the Miles Morales movie coming out later this year.
No, but they
animated
want
Spider-Man,
something live action.
but out of Spider-Man characters? Ooh.
There's not really much.
God. Well, I've never even heard of Night Watch, so...
Exactly. I felt like somebody hardcore in the background of the meeting was like, Night Watch.
Some guy was like, hey man, Night Watch is a character. And they were like, well, fuck it. We were about to make an Aunt May spin-off movie. We might as well go with that then.
Honestly, yeah. That's what I'm trying to say. They could have... If they wanted to go outside the box...
This is really outside the box.
What? No, they're trying to copy the box in their own cheaply way. If you want to go outside the box, alright, Marvel just made an all-black class movie. Let's do the first Hispanic superhero.
Zorro. Doesn't Sony own Zorro?
Does anybody really own Zorro? I mean, what was it? The Antonio Banderas one?
Yeah.
Who made that movie?
I think that was Sony. Well, Columbia Pictures back in the day, but yeah.
Well, then yeah, it is Sony that owns
Yeah.
it.
Bring that back. We don't have a lot of Hispanic superheroes. Look, I feel like I'm not getting represented because I'm a part of the Hispanic community.
Exactly.
Where's my superhero?
Give us Spider-Man 2099.
Who's Hispanic?
He's Hispanic. And
Right.
Irish. He's Hispanic.
Where are the Irish superheroes? 'Cause I feel
Boondock
like
Saints?
Yeah.
I love that movie.
Boondock Saints. I don't
They're
care.
basically
I
superheroes.
don't care how dumb it is. I love Boondock Saints.
Part 1 and 2.
I did like part 2.
I like part
I
2,
like
even
part
though it
2.
was like 10 years too late, but it was still
10
good.
years too late, and nobody even remembered what Boondock Saints was at the time, except for like me and like maybe 5 other people I knew.
And I saw it in at the movies too. Phantom
You
Events.
saw them in theaters?
They had a double feature at Phantom Events.
Yeah, I bought it on DVD when it came out. Yeah. Anyway, back to Night Watch. See, I keep wanting to get away from this because I got no idea what this is.
Yeah, you can't really talk much about it. I'm sorry, but it's
And also,
it's
all
Night
right.
Watch.
Okay, so Spike Lee is supposedly directing this.
Correct.
All right, Spike Lee's doing it. That's Spike Lee.
I'm sorry, this movie's not gonna be $1 billion movie.
No.
I'll be happy. I'll be lucky if it made like
Look,
400
Okay,
million.
how about this? Let's say Venom comes out because that's the first of this Spider-Verse without Spider-Man.
Quote unquote.
Let's say
Spider-Man.
Venom comes out. Venom is a hit.
Maybe.
But let's say hypothetically speaking, Venom is a hit. It critically does well. It makes maybe like 900 million in the box office. Like it's a big hit. Then you have the Silver Sable and Black Cat movie come out. Let's say that's a hit too. So would you think you would have more faith in Night Watch?
I have more faith in the Morbius movie.
That is coming. Well, that is in
coming out,
development
yeah.
too. See, this is such random characters that they're just picking out of a hat.
That's what I'm trying to say. Like, you could have done a Mysterio movie. That's the one everybody's been asking for.
I want Mysterio as I want him in like Homecoming 2.
Yeah, but I kind of want to like. If you had to give me an origin story, give me that. Give me like what other characters or villains do you know that could like hold on his own origin story?
As a Spider-Man character?
Yeah. Like Kraven the Hunter.
Kraven the Hunter.
But I feel like Kraven would have been cool. Like if Black Panther was teaming up with Spider-Man and Kraven was in it as a villain.
That would be cool.
See, that makes sense.
Doc Ock.
That's it.
As a kind of like a mad scientist type of story, like a Frankenstein, except he's his own creation.
Like Jacko, Mr. Hyde.
Yes.
Almost. Yeah.
You can even do the where on Spider-Man 2 where like the chip controls him.
True.
So he's really fighting his own demons.
So like AI is taking over.
Yeah. See, I just wrote a better movie than whatever Night Watch is gonna be. First of all, isn't Night Watch another character?
What do you mean?
Night Watch? No.
Oh, you talking about? You think
I'm thinking. No, I was thinking. You know what? I was thinking Night Owl.
From
I was thinking Watchmen.
From Watchmen or
See the comparison? Night Watch.
Nightwing, Night. Yeah, we're talking about DC here.
See, Sony is just like DC. They're just throwing darts at a board to see whatever character they're gonna do.
Yeah, but they're not aiming in the right direction. I just gave you so many different better options you could have done.
Yeah. I think for them it's smart to do their Venom movie first.
Yeah.
Because it's on
Well, supposedly Spider-Man's in it.
Supposedly with, fingers crossed. But I don't know. I'm hoping Venom's good. If Venom is good, then I'd be like, you know what? I'll take a Night Watch movie. I'll learn about a new superhero.
Yeah, and if that does good, fine. Give me your Aunt May spy movie.
Look, if it's Marissa Tomei playing an Aunt May as Aunt May in the spy movie.
What if it's just like an Aunt May grocery shopping movie?
I can watch Marissa Tomei grocery shopping all day.
Right? Like a girls' night movie with Aunt May.
Aunt May, Mary Jane, Gwen Stacy getting in a little trouble.
Mm-hmm.
See? Why isn't that not in development?
Right? Jesus.
Anyway.
This is where Sony's going down.
Speaking of a franchise that goes down every 20 years, Danny Boyle is reportedly going to be directing, what is this, Bond 25? 26?
Bond 25.
Is it 25?
It's 25. This is supposed to be a big deal.
It is 25. But anyway, Danny Boyle, who if you don't know, Train Spotting, what's the 28 Days Later?
28 Weeks Later too?
No, he didn't do that one.
Good, because I didn't like that one.
Yeah, he didn't do that one. That was the one with Jeremy Renner, right? Was he in that? Was he in the shoulder? Shoulder. He was an army guy in that one.
Oh, the one with the mansion and stuff. They were chilling out there.
Yeah,
he was there.
I did like 28 Days Later though.
Yeah.
But anyway, he's more of like an indie director. Oh, he did Slumdog Millionaire.
Ah.
And 27 Hours.
I like 27 hours.
I love 27 hours.
Wait, 127 hours?
127 hours. Did I say 27 hours?
I was trying to think of what movies is 27 hours. I don't know.
127 hours. The James Franco cutting his arm.
I like the James Franco arm cutter movie.
That movie is excellent. But yeah, he's an indie director that has like all his movies have a very nice visual flair to them. And I think it's unique and different for a Bond director.
Well, it depends on which type of Bond movie they're going for. They're going for the funny jetpack flamethrower type movie, or they're going for the regular serious Daniel Craig last few movies.
Look, I think we need to get in whatever direction they were going in Spectre. Get away from that.
I feel like Spectre was trying to do both.
Yeah, but it just didn't work. Daniel Craig looked like he wanted to like just walk off set at every moment. Just a boring story. Like I you know what? I really just need a fun James Bond movie. Like I need this.
Like Kingsman?
Not like Kingsman where it's kind of spoofy, but I need like a GoldenEye style Bond movie.
Oh, okay.
Where it doesn't take itself, where like it takes itself seriously to a point, doesn't take itself too seriously. Like it still can have the tongue-in-cheek, cheesy humor that the Bond movies have been known for, without looking like, because these last couple Bond movies have all looked like
they're too serious.
Yeah, like what am I watching? Jason Bourne or am I watching James Bond right now?
It's legit been Jason's Bourne the last few movies.
Yeah.
Well,
and even Jason Bourne got boring.
Jason Bourne
got boring. At a certain point. Like I want a fun spy movie. That's what I've always wanted from these Bond movies. I love Casino Royale because it really kind of gave it more of an edge grit to it. Quantum of Solace was boring. Tell me what that movie was about.
I forgot. I kept falling asleep on it.
I think I do something of what, tainted water. I think.
Yeah, remember the drowning scene? That was about it.
Wait.
What, they were like in the water was rising up and you had to save the girl and then she was...
That was Casino Royale.
Was it Casino Royale?
Yeah. The ending of Quantum of Solace is with the hotel blowing up.
Oh, see, I don't remember that one there.
See, that's the completely forgettable. Skyfall was great because I feel like they had the great balance of the classic Bond style with the new sort of, grit to it. And then, I don't know, everyone just kind of slept through Spectre.
Yeah, honestly, don't remember Spectre.
No. And nor should anyone. So I really hope they bring it back to old school Bond.
So if you had to pick the one James Bond movie where they could kind of spiritually copy.
Alright, you know what? I'm going to an old school. I'm going From Russia of Love.
Russia of Love? For number 25?
For number 25. Kind of like, it feels like because I think that was like the perfect start for Bond. Like, I like Dr. No. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like James Bond really became James Bond in From Russia of Love. Like, it just felt like, that classic 60s style spy thriller. He just traveling around Europe and stuff, getting in all sorts of adventures.
I was thinking Moonraker, but, with Jaws.
Oh my god, I love Moonraker for all the wrong reasons.
See, Moonraker and Never Die, Die Another Day. Those are the movies that are way too goofy.
I love Die Another Day when he's surfing on the on an avalanche
of like icy water.
Yeah. The whole base is in it wasn't like Antarctica where it's like an ice castle and stuff.
It was like an ice hotel.
Yeah.
Yeah, the invisible car.
The thing's about to fall. I always thought that was so funny. That's an awful movie, but it's so funny. But yeah, you know what? I want that type of James Bond movie.
You want a goofy?
Let's get back to Goofy.
Actually, yes. I would like to see a like jetpack, like I said, or those like I want to see more gadgets.
Yes.
I feel like the gadgets is what really like defined James Bond. That and the women.
I remember before Skyfall came out. I remember they were saying like, yeah, we're bringing back gadgets, and the only gadgets were like a palm print gun that he had. And then a radio transmitter tracking him.
Yeah, it's not gadgets. Really... Like, I want...
Then the movie turned to Home Alone in the end.
Basically. Like, I just want, like, ridiculous, outrageous. I didn't even think that could be real gadgets.
I want an invisible car again.
I thought the invisible car was a good touch.
Invisible car. I want a submarine car. And yes, these all have been done in previous James Bond movies.
Yeah, but I feel like now you gotta do a step ahead now, because now you got movies like Mission Impossible, Kingsman. Yeah. Even some of the Marvel movies too got the whole futuristic stuff going on now, where it's like, all right, how can we better that?
Black Panther was a great James Bond movie.
It basically, the technology there, like he had his own M.
Yeah.
He had his Q.
Yeah. Honestly, just bring back gadgets. We like gadgets. I come watch Bond movies for gadgets.
Yeah, gadgets and women.
Gadgets and women. That's
and
what the
martinis.
next James Bond movie should be called. Gadgets, women, and alcoholism.
Best James Bond movies.
James Bond. All right, what's our next story?
I missed the list. I'm sorry. Okay. So, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, which is the 9th Quentin Tarantino movie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's
number 9. I hope Star Trek doesn't count as number 10.
If that even happens.
If it does, I hope it's not number 10. I hope he kind of like 9.5. And then it's my 10th one.
There you go. All right, so Tarantino's doing a new film.
Yeah, which takes place in the 60s.
Yep, in the heart of the hippie era. And apparently this movie is kind of like his Pulp Fiction, but in the 60s. It's going to star Leonardo DiCaprio and Brad Pitt. Leo...
Love him.
Both two of the greatest actors of all time. Apparently Leo is going to be playing like this old school like Western TV actor who is trying to branch out in major motion pictures, but he can't.
Mm-hmm.
Brad Pitt is going to be playing his longtime stuntman partner with him.
He just has a really good looking stunt double. Usually they're kind of ugly, but wow, you got it.
Stunt double. I remember, what is it? Going back to James Bond, I remember, and I think it's World's Not Enough, the one with Denise Richards.
Oh, the one she played a scientist in
yeah,
that one?
Yeah, where her name was like Christmas.
Oh, Jesus.
There's one shot where you see Pierce Brosnan jump off something.
Yeah.
If you pause it, it is a completely, it's a Mexican dude is a stunt double.
See, that's not bad. I think the worst one I've caught was in Bad Boys 2. When Will Smith was driving the car, if you pause it, you don't even have to pause it, you can see it. It's a white guy driving the car.
That's awful.
Like, you couldn't even get the guy with the same matching skin tone to drive the car for him.
I'm telling you, there's so many great stunt double like stories you can find.
We should do a top 10 of that.
Ooh, that's a good idea.
We haven't done those in a while.
We have not done those in a while. But going back to Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. So yeah, that's the premise of their two characters, and Margot Robbie. Love her. Not confirmed yet, but she is in talks of playing Sharon Tate, who was famously murdered by Charles Manson.
Was it Charles Manson or Charles Manson's people?
It was Charles Manson's people.
Yeah.
But I don't think Charles Manson ever...
I don't think he ever killed anybody.
He never killed anybody. He had people kill people for him. He recently died in prison.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Huh.
Yeah. Good riddance. But... But yeah, so apparently like the whole Manson family kind of story is going to be like interconnected with these other different subplots with Leo's character. So it's going to be pretty much kind of like Pulp Fiction meets Inglourious Basterds, how they're kind of like changing up a little bit of history.
Which I trust them. I can't really say there's a bad Quentin Tarantino. I mean, there's not a lot of Quentin Tarantino movies, but there's not a bad Quentin Tarantino movie.
I mean, I'm not the biggest fan of Death Proof.
I kind of like Death Proof.
His Groundhouse one. You know, I haven't watched it in like... I think I've seen it once when it first came out.
It's a simple, gritty movie.
Like,
with Kurt Russell.
I remember it being fun, but I remember not the urge to ever watch it again. Like, I could rewatch any other Quentin Tarantino movie.
It's not bad to watch, yeah. Like you said, it's not something like, oh, I could... you know what? I want to watch Death Proof.
Like, yeah, like, I'd rather, like, I can watch Inglourious Basterds all day, every day.
Yeah. It's like Jackie Brown. Like, I'm never really getting in the mood. It's like, you know what? I want to watch Jackie Brown today.
Yeah, Jackie Brown is much more rewatchable than... Yeah, I haven't watched Death Proof in years.
It's not that bad.
Maybe I should go back to it.
It's nice, good, enjoyable action movie.
You know what it was? Because I think I watched Planet Terror first, and I didn't care for it at all. So just
really gritty.
So just going into Death Proof, Like, maybe I just wasn't in the mood.
And it was a double feature.
Yeah. But anyway, I love Tarantino movies, so I'm super excited for this. I mean, Leo coming back. I think this is going to be Leo's next project. He has nothing else.
I enjoy it. I kind of wish he was Joker.
Yeah.
But...
Joaquin Phoenix.
The guy that can never get a superhero role?
No, it's because he doesn't want to do a superhero role.
He auditions for every single superhero role.
Yeah, but then he just declines them.
Once he gets it?
Look, the man had an entire documentary of how crazy he was.
So he just auditions for roles that he doesn't even want or doesn't remember.
He does whatever he wants. He won an Oscar, right? Did he?
I hope he did. For a lot of movies he did.
Was it Gladiator? Did he win Best Supporting for Gladiator?
He was good in Gladiators.
I love him, Gladiator.
Walk the Line?
Oh, I love that one.
Oh, I like that one.
Yeah.
What was that one? Oh, with, no, I don't want to say Live by Night, because that's the Ben Affleck movie. We Own the Night.
We Own the Night.
I love that one.
Yeah, not Live by Night. Live by Night is awful.
Yeah.
That was so boring. And
I think that's what took him off of Batman.
Yeah, and I love Ben Affleck directed movies.
It just wasn't it.
No, it was awful. Anyway.
Speaking of Batman.
Speaking of going back to DC, so there's a Teen Titans Go movie coming out.
Great.
We're all excited about that. I've never watched this new version of the show.
I tried at first because I heard it was the original voice actors of the original Teen Titans. I just didn't know it was gonna be like this.
Yeah, but they have my curiosity now, because apparently they're gonna have Superman the movie, and Nicolas Cage, who famously was gonna play Superman in Superman Lives back in the 90s, will be voicing Superman in this Teen Titans Go movie that will be in theaters.
Oh, I feel like that's so... They could have... You know what they could have used him as in Lego Batman movie? Because they had... They had Billy D. Williams as Two-Face. I felt like that would have been the perfect moment to have him as Superman instead of Channing Tatum.
Yeah, you're right. That's a big missed opportunity right there.
So now I gotta watch the Teen Titans Go, or at least watch clips of him as Superman.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch the YouTube. Because I don't know how long he's gonna be in this. Probably like 5 minutes.
Most likely, yeah, because it's not even based off of him.
Yeah, I just think look, if I can go back in time, I would have made sure that Superman movie happened. His Superman movie in the 90s by Tim Burton.
I feel like it's one of those where it probably could have been bad.
Oh, it could have been awful.
Could have been awful. So, is it kind of a blessing we didn't get it?
Well, what would I rather have, that or Superman Returns? With Brandon Routh.
That one was boring.
Because eventually we would have just still got Man of Steel, and I love Man of Steel.
I would have, yeah. So you would have safe and boring or outrageously awful? But entertaining, outrageously awful.
No, if it was in the same vein as Batman and Robin,
it probably would have been the same boat as Batman.
I want to go that route.
Yeah?
Because I can make a drinking game out of Batman and Robin.
Yeah,
I can't make a drinking game out of Superman Returns.
I can make a NyQuil game out of Batman Returns. Superman Returns.
I was about to say, don't you dare talk about Batman Returns like that. That is an underrated classic, and it should be loved by millions. Not just me.
And Batman Forever.
That's my favorite guilty pleasure. I used to be able to quote every line at one point because I watched it so much.
I just love seeing those two going at it of like who's trying to get the spotlight, Jim Carrey
or Tommy Lee Jones. I love how they both are not playing the Joker, yet they're both trying to play the Joker at the same time.
I felt like Tommy Lee Jones forgot or didn't know who Two-Face was, so he's just trying to be the Joker.
I love the fact that they hated each other off set.
Well, no, Tommy Lee Jones just hated Jim Carrey.
I love that. Because when you watch the movie, it just feels so much different now.
Right, like backstories and dark secrets of it.
You know that every time Tommy Lee Jones just wanted to choke Jim Carrey out after he did anything. I love that.
So yeah, Teen Titans Go.
Teen Titans Go. I'm not going to watch it, but hey, Nicolas Cage is going to play Superman in it.
I'm going to watch the trailer and YouTube clips.
That's about it.
That's all you're going to get out of me. But speaking of TV shows, Were you a fan of the Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
I was a big fan of Buffy. Well, actually, like the first 6. How long did that show go on? Like 9 seasons?
Jesus.
I was a fan of the first 6 seasons. Like, I remember I would watch Smallville, and then right after would be Buffy. That was my childhood.
Wow.
Yeah, so I was a pretty big Buffy fan. I like Buffy.
Well, look at you. The show may be coming back.
No,
I guess
I
with
don't
all
want that.
I guess with all the Full House revival, the Will and Grace.
Yeah, that's what I wanted.
I guess everybody's trying to bring back the shows.
Yeah, so apparently they want, what is it, WB? Or CW?
CW wants to bring it back?
CW, I think it's CW. Because they're the ones who technically own the rights.
What was it,
to
Warner Brothers then, right? It
It
was Warner Brothers and
Warner
CW.
Brothers and CW.
Yeah, and
But
CW.
CW wants Josh Whedon to
Boy, he
come
was,
back
yeah.
and revive Buffy reboot. But I don't want that.
I don't want that. I mean, I heard they're doing Sabrina, the Teenage Witch.
I'd rather have that.
I'd rather watch that because it's more darker. And
Yeah, and it's going to be on Netflix. So they're allowed to do more stuff.
and she's going to be on Riverdale first.
And then she's going on Netflix.
No, she's going to be on Riverdale first, and then she's having her
Yeah.
own, jumping over to a spinoff.
That's cool.
I like that. A revival, I feel like, who are you going at? Who's your demographic? Who are you trying to get?
First of all, look, as much as I love Buffy, Buffy's not a big name anymore.
No.
I mean, Buffy's big for maybe like kids like us who grew up around that time. But ask any 15-year-old today who Buffy the Vampire Slayer is, they'd be like, "Is that a part of Twilight?"
Yeah.
I'm like, "No."
And you just
Nah.
smack him.
Then I will
Smack him
smack
for being
that kid
stupid.
because he deserves it.
Yeah, I wasn't really big on Buffy. Like, I saw it, and I was mostly big, like, watching the movies. Like, when I saw the Buffy movie, like, that was...
Wait, the one in the 80s?
No, it was like late 90s. It was like mid-90s.
No, that was 80s.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer?
Yeah.
That was not 80s.
I'm looking that up. Here, you talk.
So anyway, so yeah,
you
you know the
talk
movie
about-
where Pee Wee Herman, he was in it.
It had David Arquette was in it.
Yeah, like I was in it.
Yeah.
I like that movie.
No, I love that movie too. I think I watched the show first, then I watched that movie.
No, I saw the movie, and then when they said, "Oh, the TV show," I'm like, "All right, so let me watch the show." It was okay.
Damn,
It's just
you're right, 92.
92,
Fuck, I thought it was 80s. It feels like a Lost Boys type of
but it's a good
era.
movie.
No, it's fun. It's fun. See, you know what? I'd rather have maybe a Buffy movie
Mm-hmm.
than an entire Buffy TV show.
That's what they could have done. Or if anything, just redo what they just did. Like, make the movie, and if it's good,
Yeah.
bring back the TV show.
Or like do like a Blumhouse style Buffy the Vampire Slayer, like a low budget, but have it casted well.
I mean, Warner Bros. Did do it really good.
It was fun.
So why can't they just do that? Make a nice, gritty Buffy the Vampire Slayer movie.
Yeah, because if it's not Sarah Michelle Gellar, like
I think it is. She may come back.
no.
If it's a revival, yeah.
So wait, is it a revival or a reboot? Because I thought this was a complete.
I heard it was a revival.
It's a revival?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a different story.
So would you still watch it?
I would watch it now.
Really? You
I
don't feel
love
like
this-
it's gonna be?
Sarah Michelle Gellar? Yeah.
Oh Jesus!
She was a great 90s scream queen.
Yeah, she was, but still.
Yeah, I'm funny. She still looks good today.
Did they have a final episode?
Yeah, no, yeah, they had a series finale and everything.
Yeah, so just leave it. Do it like, alright, if it was like, let's say like Point Blank or 24 where they didn't really have a final episode, so they're making a season for the season finale.
24 has had like 5 season series finales.
Yeah, but if you want to just do like one special miniseries just to complete your story, cool. But
Like
if you're just trying to bring it back just to bring it back. Huh?
Like a nice 12 episodes.
Yeah.
Like a short season.
Yeah,
If
miniseries.
it's like that,
But
I'll
like
be fine
a
with that.
final one, and if it does that good, maybe a spinoff of whoever character was in it.
'Cause that's what Arrested Development did.
Yeah.
They did like a nice season 4 that was like 10 episodes.
I think they're doing
It's
season
fine.
5 now.
They are, which I'm so excited for.
Exactly. So now this is season 5.
Yeah. If Buffy was if they were reviving Buffy on like Netflix or like Hulu or Amazon Prime, completely different story. I'm all for it. That'd be cool. Like
Yeah.
a cool 12 episodes.
Just to complete the circle.
Yeah.
Which I hope like a lot of shows, if they want to do that, cool.
They're doing that for Roseanne.
Is it a miniseries or is it like a revival?
No, I think it's like one season.
Hopefully.
It's a miniseries.
Yeah, because they really screwed me over with that. Oh, John Goodman's not dead. It was just a dream.
Which good, because the way that series ended was like completely like off-putting.
Yeah. No, they really screwed me over with that one.
Because I love that show. But that last season is just,
Oh, he died. Oh, we won the lotto. Oh, we're doing the whole...
This whole thing was just me writing a book. Right? Is that how it ended?
Yeah, because John Goodman died of a heart attack.
Yeah. Then it was like a couple years later, she's like writing a book or something.
Yeah, and then she won but I remember she won the lottery after that, and they were splurging money. It was like, it got weird. Like, I felt like they were just doing whatever now. It's like, alright, it's the last season. Let's just do whatever we want to do. Oh, it was just a dream. I'm writing a book. He's really dead. Oh, he's not dead.
Oh, let's do a Lost. Everyone was dead and lost. Let's just do that.
We're still in purgatory.
Fuck that show. I
the last episode of Lost.
The first 2 seasons, probably some of the best of television.
Yeah.
Ever. And then they crap the bed.
Would you rather do a Sopranos and just cut to black?
No, I think.
What is worse?
That did upset me. What's worse? What, the Lost or Sopranos? Lost. Because Lost ruins the entire series for you. Sopranos, like, alright, you had like one bad season.
Yeah.
Or at least one bad series finale.
Now you're getting a prequel.
Yeah. Which I don't want, nor should that ever happen. But with Lost, it was like, oh, you know this entire show that you were pretty invested in?
Yeah, they're all dead.
It was bullshit the entire time. Yep, sorry. This is what happens when J.J. Abrams leaves 2 seasons in, and we have some other guy trying to fill in the holes.
I felt like they could have just done, I don't know.
Yeah. Well, anyway, guys, for our last story for today, so, Deadpool 2 is coming out.
Correct.
And there was a recent test screening that happened. Now, you have one guy on Reddit saying that the movie was awful.
And another guy on Twitter, too, saying that as well. And I think Fox is the one who went over there and told him, hey, shut this shit down, man. You can't be talking about it.
But apparently there are other sources out there, more reliable sources from journalists, who have also seen the test screening, and they actually, it got like a 90% positive.
Yeah, so I'm so confused. Or maybe whoever's writing it down is maybe talking to people who don't know what a test screening is.
Yeah. I think what's happening is that there's some guy out there on Reddit who's trying to make a name for himself, heard about test screening, and trying to write some BS on the internet.
Yeah, because I heard a lot of different people saying that the movie's a mess and it's all over the place.
Yeah. But then also from other people that it's great.
So I don't know what to believe.
I really don't know. This is another freaking Justice League incident that's happening.
Anyway, so now they're going back over and doing reshoots, which is normal. Everybody does it.
Yeah, the actors always have to fit that into their schedule to do reshoots.
Yeah.
And I think the reshoots that are happening right now is just
minor stuff.
That in the test screenings they loved Cable and Domino.
Yeah.
So they want to add a little bit more Cable and Domino stuff into the movie.
Which is fine. Or maybe they got like a couple more jokes or take out some jokes that didn't really stick with audience.
Because if you really think about it, every single Marvel movie fits in like reshoots pretty much before they come out.
Well, except for your Infinity Wars, then you do your reshoots when you're shooting the next Infinity War, next Marvel movie.
Yeah, because I remember, what was it? Guardians 2 had reshoots. Winter Soldier had reshoots. War had reshoots.
Rogue One had the biggest reshoot, one of the biggest ones. I don't want to say the biggest because
now it's Solo.
Oh yeah, Solo had a major
pretty
reshoots.
I'm so sorry.
I'm sorry, headphone users. I've been holding my sneeze in for a while.
But no, Solo, they pretty much changed the entire freaking movie.
Yeah?
I mean, so did Justice League technically, too.
They said Justice League's only changed the third ending.
Yeah, BS.
Quote, unquote.
They took out every single Superman scene that they had.
They took out 2 hours of that movie, basically.
I'm so angry about that. That movie should have been phenomenal.
That movie should have been $1 billion movie.
Yeah, that should have been the best superhero movie you probably will ever see.
most likely.
Because they're the they're the OG superheroes.
They're the golden age superheroes.
Yeah.
Instead, you're getting B level superheroes.
The fact that I liked a movie called Ant-Man more than Justice League should say something.
And not even a Hank Pym Ant-Man.
No, I had Scott Lang, the second generation.
Guardians of the Galaxy, not the original cast, but the newer Guardians of the Galaxy did better than that.
I was more invested in a talking tree than I was in the Flash.
I think I was a tree that only said 2 or 3 words.
I am Groot, and it was voiced by the meathead from Fast and the Furious, and yet I did not care about the Flash.
You and me both.
DC.
I get more excited for Stan Lee cameos than that movie.
Stan Lee, please live forever.
Fuck, he's like 95.
That's
why they shot like 6 cameos ahead of time.
They need to start shooting more because I don't know if Stan Lee's making that 2018. I hope he does.
I hope he does.
Hope they pull a Walt Disney on him and keep him cryogenically frozen.
Alright, just take him out for cameos.
Yep, that's it. Well, going back to Deadpool.
Never listen to these. Test screenings are not even fully done. They're not the full movie.
I remember when I think it was the Wonder Woman test screening that happened like 6 months before the movie came out.
Oh, they said the movie was awful.
Yeah.
Terrible.
Like a mess and everything. And yet, when that movie came out, it was
the best DCEU movie.
I was going to say it was wonderful.
Wonder.
Anyway, guys, don't believe test screening results. And also, if you hear the words reshoots,
don't get scared.
Majority of the time, that's not a bad thing. These studios have to do them for pickup shots. Maybe they want to fix some little errors that they made.
Or alter some jokes.
Unless if you're Justice League, then reshoots is the bad sign.
I think delayed would be a better option for you then.
Yeah. You can pull a New Mutants and delay it like an entire year.
I don't even know what they're doing.
Oh, yeah.
They had me at a loss right now. When you put a 10-month delay on a movie, that's bad.
Yeah, you're pretty much changing everything at that point. Which is upsetting because I was really looking forward to it.
Yeah, it would have been out
in a couple weeks, yeah.
Yeah, in May, I think, right?
No, April.
It would
have came out a month from now. April 13th, it was supposed to come out.
Yeah, this could have been our
next month.
This could have been our first Marvel horror movie.
Yeah. Now Rampage took their weekend spot
because of Avengers.
Pretty much.
Oh boy. Well, thank you guys for tuning in to another podcast of the Super Dynamic Bros. You can follow us on the Instagram at Super Dynamic Bros.
And make sure to subscribe to the channel Super Dynamic Bros and check out any of our latest movie reviews. Go back, check out some of our past podcasts. We also have our new series called Surprise That's Good, where we talk about the little hidden gems of classic movies that we think should be classics, but a lot of people kind of forgot about them over the years. Well, guys, thank you all for joining us, and please subscribe.
Catch you later. Hang up.